Here is a short introduction to the dashboard that is named Compare User Traditions of District Heating Pipelines across of districts. Now, in this dashboard, down here below, there is a dashboard showing how the entire amount of data is distributed on dimension. So each line represents a dimension, and this is also able to see when you put on the hoover. And it is possible to zoom in on a year and say, okay, this is the time I want to see, and it's also possible to drag this way if you want to make sure that you get some more distance between the points in order to hit them. So this is one way to get closer to the data. And the other one is over here to double click in the white space, and by that actually turn off all the data. And if you were interested, you could there is quite a lot of different dimensions, which is a challenge, but you could also differentiate here and say, okay, now I just want to see how is the distribution of this single pipeline. So that's an option. And then up here, you can actually choose which district you would like to see. And that could be like Jørgen. And then here, that would be their data. And then, of course, you have the same options. So again, here, if I wanted to compare just this one, I can see the difference. Now you have to be aware that the scale changes out here, so you can't compare visually one-to-one as it is at the time. But then this is here, you can see how it is for Jørgen. And it is also possible to select multiple companies, like here, and I'll just take this one along. Now what happens here is, and then it adds it on. One thing to be aware of here is that when it's when it's done, then because this is actually a scatter plot, that then afterwards there's a line drawn between the scatter points in order to show that this is the same dimension. You can have behavior like this because it doesn't accumulate the amount. But it is possible to select multiple companies. And now if you want to know which companies are actually within this data set, then that is possible to see over here at the map. And it's also possible to hoover and actually get the name. So if you're in doubt up here what to search, you can look it up here. And here you can also see how much data they're actually contributing with in this solution. And that's also what's indicated over here in the color bar. And finally, if you want this introduction, you can see it over here.